truly gorgeous afternoon for baseball now from sunny Oracle Park in San Francisco. Today, a contest from the NL West division between the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business. Two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these two elite starting pitchers.
Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Kevin Gausman gets the start for San Francisco in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Gausman's a guy that can sink the ball pretty well. His mid-90s fastball. His best outpitch is that split finger. He's kind of been a guy that's bounced around between the starting rotation and back to the bullpen. It's never been a question about his arm. Former first-round draft pick by the Baltimore Orioles. If this guy's throwing strikes, he can be awfully tough to hit.
Now here's the pitch. Fernando Tatis Jr. stands in as he looks at ball one here.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
The 1-0 home. Our temperature a very comfortable 72 degrees as we get things started. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
In there, 2-2. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
And in steps Manny Machado as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Well, D-Row, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one, you better pull the trigger. If something's close, Matt Ross is going to punch your ticket.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
And at the plate is Jake Cronenworth. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. And this is foul tipped at the plate right off the arm of the catcher behind the plate. Ouch. The 1-2 gets him looking up around the letters. Pure dominance on the mound as he strikes out the side in order. Bottom of the first. Yu Darvish is on the mound for the Padres in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, man, we're going to get a chance to look at a good veteran pitcher here. This guy's been around the block a few times, but one of the things he does, he still competes at a high level, and he's never stopped trying to learn how to be a good pitcher.
Lamont Wade is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. He's 1 for 3. And he fouls this one off. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1. Tommy La Stella waits on deck. The 3-1 pitch. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Batting second, the second baseman.
So here is Tommy La Stella. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. From the belt, the pitch. The 1-0. Runner goes for second. That evens it up 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals.
1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
Batting third, the catcher, Buster Posey.
Here's Buster Posey now, trying to get him started again following the double play. From the stretch. Swung on and missed for the first strike. Oh, 0-2 the counts of Posey.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late, and you can't even put a good swing on it.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. We are still scoreless. Here's Will Myers. His career numbers against Kevin Gossman. He's just 2 for 9.
The left fielder, number 5, Will Myers.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Ball 1. 1-1.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. Ball even at 2-2. Now here it comes. Ripped on the ground to first. Belt has it on to first, and there's one gone here to start the second.
That is first, the first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Up next, Eric Hosmer. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fouled off.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch.
I got the count 1 and 2.
Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. Line down the left field line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Now the pitch.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
The 2-2. And it's fouled away. And he fouls this one off. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Hit on the ground out to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Next to bat will be Victor Carratini. First pitch on its way. Fouled away.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
1-1 the count. No score here as we play inning number 2. Split-fingered pitch that's by him for strike 2.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
It's a 2-2 count to the Padres catcher.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Fouled off. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Padres down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. He's 1 for 5.
The first baseman, Brandon Belt.
He's set. Here it comes. And he takes ball 1. One ball and 1 strike to the Giants' first baseman.
Man, you don't see this in today's game that much. The guy who's willing to work east-west consistently with a great cutter two-seamer combo.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
The 1-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Now at the plate here is Chris Bryant.
Bryant.
And now the first pitch. Sliced hard on the ground, and that's through for a hit.
That's the only way to combat a nasty cutter. You have to find a way to fight and stay inside that baseball and drive it the other way.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one.
Love that pitch. As long as you actually get it inside like he did right there, the cutter inside is a very effective pitch.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
The 1-2 pitch. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
He was finally able to lay off one there. He swung at 2 out of the zone before that, so clearly he wasn't picking up the ball very well.
Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
So now to the plate, Darren Ruff, as he'll take a look at ball one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. That's inside. 2-0.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
3-0 now.
He's really going to need to keep the walks down in this start. He's in danger of walking the second guy in 2 innings here.
Bryant leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. It's 3 balls and a strike to the Giants left fielder.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he watches a called third strike on the cut fastball that time, and that will retire the side. Giants lead 1. Will move to the 3rd with no score. In to hit will be Trent Grisham. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
He's set and the pitch.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
Full count now. 3-2.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
And it's fouled away. The next 3-2. Hit high and deep out to left center field. back goes Yastrzemski. That gets down, and the Pod's first hit in this one is good for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Talk about starting off the inning with a bang. Goodness, when this thing left the bat, I thought it was out of here, and I think he might have too. Only made it to the warning track, but he glides into second base with a leadoff double.
So here's Adam Frazier, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
The 1-0.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
I mean, he had to. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt and say he was sitting something off speed. Because to be late on a fastball and a count like that is just unforgivable.
And he fouls this one off. The 3-2 pitch. Gets him looking, strike 3. Now to the plate, here is Yu Darvish. And with a runner already in scoring position and 1 away, he is likely not to be bunting here. And that misses for ball 1. Third inning, no score to this point. Spin and a throw back to second. Runner back safely. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
And the Padres pitcher behind with a 1-2 count. Two and 2.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher, but sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2. Fernando Tatis Jr. will be next. And he lays off here. It's ball 4. Man, that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
Now batting, right fielder.
And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Struck out in his first at-bat. Has a look, now the pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. One and 1 to San Diego's leadoff batter. A ball and 2 strikes. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
Here's Manny Machado now. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. One count. Here it is. In the dirt here. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. 1-2. Here it is. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. A big-time strikeout and some raw emotion as he gets out of the jam. We played 2.5, no score on MLB Network. Mike Yastrzemski digging in at the plate. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. He's 2 for 4. He also has 1 home run. Here's the first pitch. Grisham is under it to make the catch for out number 1.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Into the box now, Kevin Gausman, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Fouled off. The 0-2 once more.
I got to count 1 and 2.
And this is swung on and missed, his 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time, you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss, and another strikeout.
Lamont Wade Jr. the batter, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. He drew a base on balls his first time up. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Tatis is underneath this one. As he puts this one away, the side is retired. Giants down in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless.
Bounce with it, just bounce with it. Everybody wanna come, I'm announcing it. I'm always gonna get it, I'm always.
And now here is Jake Cronenworth. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, and he was locked up by a good fastball for strike 3 last time. I'm interested to see if they attack him the same way. Come at him with hard velo late or snap something off in the dirt to see if they'll fish.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
The left fielder, number 5.
1 away, and here's the 2013 American League Rookie of the Year, the power-hitting Will Myers. Now the first pitch. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. And it's fouled away. A 1-2 count to Will Myers. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed, strike 3.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
The first baseman Eric Hosmer is in, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 0-1 delivery. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in Tommy La Stella to bat next.
The second baseman, Tommy La Stella.
First pitch on the way. Hit hard back up the middle, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
You take a look at the numbers up to this point, you see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
And that'll bring up Buster Posey as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
Ground ball sent back up the middle to second for 1. On to first, and it's a double play. The second they've hit into in these first 4 innings, and there are 2 away now.
When a glove toss is executed successfully, it's a thing of beauty. When it fails, boy, does it look ugly. Here we get to see a great example of it to begin a double play. Quick and accurate with the flip, and they get the 2 outs.
At the plate now is Brandon Belt. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Darvish pauses. Here's the 1-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Giants are down quietly through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Despite the fact that they've yet to push a run across, the game is still tied, and the pitch count for their opposition is really getting up there. They think that making him work as hard as he has is going to pay off later in the game, and that they just need to stick to the process.
Thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the Padres.
All set for the start of the inning, and now it'll be the catcher, Victor Carratini. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. And he fouls this one off. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Fouled away. Fouled off. Here's another 1-2. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
Well, what do you do when guys keep fouling pitches off like this? I guess you could back them off the plate by throwing one inside.
Here's the pitch. Hit down the third baseline. And it's fouled away.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
The 2-2 one more time. And he finally puts him away here as he strikes him out after an 11-pitch at-bat.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
At the plate, Trent Grisham. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Here comes the 1-0.
Hey, after the double at his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
Two-0 count, the pitch.
That's ball three.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Now here it comes. And he lost him here on 4 pitches. So a speed merchant is aboard now with one away.
Well, in a scoreless game, you want to do anything you can to jumpstart your offense. With the speed of this guy on first, don't be surprised if he gets the green light here.
1 out, runner at first, and that brings up Adam Frazier. Throw over to the bag. Don't want to forget about him. From the stretch, here's the pitch. He's running. Shoots this one over to first. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners follow.
Hey, that's a beautiful job of executing a hit and run right there. Pretty interesting. Must have known he was going to try and get over the heart of the plate right there with something, either fastball or something off speed, because he was coming unglued. 0-0.
Into the box, Darvish, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1, and they're runners at the corners now. And he takes this one high, 1-1.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
Swing and a liner. And a base hit as that'll score the run from third, and the Padres will jump out to a 1-0 lead.
Cliches are around for a reason, and that hit right there is a reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation to the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI two-bagger.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
First delivery to him. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And that'll plate their second run of the game as they take a 2-0 lead.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
Two on, two out, and that'll bring up Jake Cronenworth. Looking to minimize the damage here.
He's been great on the mound up until this inning, and yeah, he and his guys are behind 2-0 now, but if he can seal the leak and hold these guys right here the rest of the way, this is still going to be a start he can be proud of.
2-0 now.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Two-0 count. The pitch is roped to left, a base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
Definitely, Matt. He's been throwing it by guys the entire game, but that leads to some high pitch counts, and that's the case here. After that hit, you have to wonder if he's starting to get a little bit fatigued.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. Will Myers stands in as he checks his swing here for strike one.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Comes set, the 0-1.
He's already walked two in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Back goes Yastrzemski at the track. The wall. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
And that is why you just can't put yourself in a bases loaded situation. You've got nowhere to put the hitter, and he knows it. So he sets up, waiting to pounce, and that's exactly what he does. Jumping all over this thing for a grand slam.
Arlene Garcia, a southpaw standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Eric Hosmer to the plate now. And he lays off there 1-0. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 home.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Two 2-0 count. Here it comes. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Hosmer in front now, a 3-1 count. misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
So next to bat will be Victor Carratini. His career numbers in this matchup, he's a .333 hitter. Here's the first pitch to him. Inside at 93, ball 1. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. And he'll watch the fastball miss down low. It's 2-1.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself at a good hitter's count.
And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched. Hosmer is off of first with 2 away. And another foul ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And this one's in the dirt. And almost had him, but he's able to make it back to first safely. The 3-2 pitch. Count remains full. The 3-2 one more time. And that gets him on the mound. And he'll get in there safely. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg. And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. To the plate now, Trent Grisham, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. The 0-1 pitch. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. 2 down, runners at first and second. And he fouls this one off. And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. So they strike for 6 in the inning as there's the big blow. The grand slam home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Padres 6 and the Giants nothing. And welcome back to San Francisco as we send it down to Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs, so the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Here's Chris Bryant now. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Matty, I'd like to see them change up their offensive approach a little bit right now. Maybe get a little bit more aggressive in the strike zone. I just feel like this pitcher is settling into a rhythm, and they're going to hand it over to the bullpen eventually, and this game's going to be over.
Now the pitch. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. Here comes the 1-2.
That's ball 2.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
Still even at 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth, with a punch out, one away.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has his going all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
Brandon Crawford digging in next. Lifted down the line in left. And foul. Crawford is considered an absolute stud with a bat, particularly against right-handed pitching. Against southpaws, however, he has historically had a lot more difficulty. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Stays alive, still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Tatis is camped under this one. And that's out number 2. Striding in is Darren Ruff. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the set-bat.
In there, 0-1. He comes up empty that time as he's underneath it, 0-2.
Man, he's in control of all his weapons right here. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Fouled away. Here it comes, 0-2.
Nope.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They still find themselves down 6-zip.
Now I'm switching up my energy. My enemies feel like I got hundreds of them. No.
Now it'll be Adam Frazier. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
Adam.
From the stretch.
Ball, that's too high.
The 1-0 home. 1-1 the count now. There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Austin Nola will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. And the pitch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
6 runs, 6 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Now here's the pitch. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. No hits to this point. The 0-1 on its way. Nola, base runner at first with one out. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Fouled off. The next 1-2 pitch. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
That's the third time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Stepping in now, Manny Machado, and it's fouled away. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And it's quickly 0-2. 2 out with the man at first. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
The 1-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Padres 6 and the Giants nothing. Dinelson Lamet enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. So in now for San Francisco, Mike Yastrzemski. Lifetime versus this arm. He's gone 2 for 6. He's taken him deep once. And now the first pitch. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Count 2-1.
Count even at 2-2.
Big fastball is definitely this guy's MO coming out of the bullpen.
Here now the 2-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Thairo Estrada will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball, that's outside.
Now the 1-0.
Yep, that ball went out.
Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. Bases are empty, one man out. Grounded to short. He's right there. Throw gets him, 2 down. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Stepping forward, Lamont Wade. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Now here's the first offering. Ball 1.
That's out.
And that's high and away, and the count goes to 2-0.
Now, when you've got a 6-run lead out there, there's no reason not to go right at guys. You have to keep attacking the zone.
2-0 count, the pitch.
Count 3-0.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Here's Tommy La Stella now. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Hit down the line at first. But a foul ball here, 0-1. 1-1 to Tommy La Stella.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2. Line toward the alley in left center. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Hey, I like this right here. Offense putting a little bit of pressure right here on the defense. This game is not over yet. And if somebody can catch a gap or maybe hit one out, we got a chance to get back in this ball game. We might have something here.
In now, Buster Posey, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. No, he's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Wade at second. La Stella on at first with 2 down. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Tatis is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
6-0 the final shutout score today. San Diego used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Yu Darvish is the winning pitcher of record. Kevin Gossman struck out 10 in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious San Diego Padres: 6 runs, 7.
you.